What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, and I just wanted to follow up my last video about the I'm not having fun or whatever video with something just kind of going a little bit deeper into that topic. Now, the reason I want to make this video is it seemed like some people were genuinely concerned about me, like I was depressed or something like that, and that's not the case. I'm in a little bit of a funk, not necessarily depressed. So, like I'd mentioned before, this coronavirus situation has kind of got me feeling like a little uncentered, you know what I'm saying? Then boom, I hit that deer, and then the car runs into me. So those were kind of emotional body blows. It wasn't about the money as far as that went. It just was one of those things that kind of let me know, it's all about business. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. The company that I came from, the owner I worked for, great guy, worked for him for 17 years. And I knew that while we were good friends, it was all about business. So, when you kind of find that out, it's kind of like, finding out that Santa Claus isn't real. Christmas comes by, you still like it because you get free shit. But knowing there's not a Santa Claus takes a little bit of that out of it. So that's kind of what I'm talking about right there. Not necessarily that, I'm depressed, just a little bit off balance right now. And like I said, it doesn't affect anything about the way I feel about Prime. I am still completely happy. It's just knowing where you stand. And now, I'm kind of aware of that. So, somebody had asked, what does that mean by, just kind of taking everything kind of business-wise? I'll just kind of tell you a story. And it kind of will let you understand kind of how I am as a person just in general. So, a while back, I'm in Florida. And they send me this flower load. And it wasn't the Prime flower load. It just said flowers, and it was 10 stops, and I was just like, no, I turned it down. Just on the 10 stops. So, my fleet manager calls me. Great fleet manager. I believe after talking to people, I'm going to claim him as being the best, even though you guys might think your fleet manager is the best. I don't know. But my fleet manager calls me. He's just asking me about it and this kind of thing. And he's like, well, this is the best paying load coming out of Florida. And it was paying a lot of money. I think it was a flower load that might have ran 500 miles total. Just checking to see if they're loading that trailer yet. Because I'm on a 500 miles over the course of 2.5 days. It was paying $2,500. And that's what he was trying to talk to me about. And excuse me if I'm glistening like Jermaine Jackson, but my APU's busted up, and I'm in Alabama, and it's 74 degrees and muggy out here. Anyway, back to the story. So, he's telling me, this is the best load coming out of Florida, pays all this, pays all that, and to me, there's certain things it doesn't matter how much the pay is, but there are those times where I would do something for somebody. So had he said, Lyle, man, could you do me this favor? And obviously you can't wear that out, but could you do me a favor? Or, this would really help me out, or something along those lines. I would have probably been closer to accepting that load, because I am all about personal relationships, helping, things like that. So when those things are on the line, I may not be as ready to jump on the help you out type situation, or I'm gonna start burning up my clock to go drive 10 miles to drop a load that is paying $13 or something crazy like that I did when I was leaving Denver the last time. So it just puts things in perspective. Still love Prime, and one of the things I actually like about Prime is it is business. You know what I'm saying? So here I am out here, at Walmart. I got my other load that's picking up tomorrow, headed to Arkansas. Already got that lined up, so they're definitely about them loads. And even with things slowing down, I don't think that Prime is going to take the same kind of hit that some of these other companies are taking. So this load should get me to I don't remember the city, Jonesboro, Arkansas, and then from there I'll probably get a load to drop off at the terminal, get my truck in the shop, see how long it's going to take, and then make my plans from there. I'm willing to take a good hit on this if I need to. I was talking to my man Junior Honduras, and he gave me some advice in regards to what to do depending on how long this truck is going to be in the shop. So I think I'm going to take his advice on that. Anyway, for everybody that's concerned, I do appreciate it. Seriously, I do appreciate the concern. But I'm doing all right. You know, here's the problem, and I hate to be dragging out these videos. It's not corona. It's just a little tingle in my upper chest area. But like I was talking about hitting the deer and then the car hit me. You know, really what it did from just the driving aspect is I just don't feel comfortable driving. I almost feel like, you know, the deer was one thing. So the deer, you know, I might have been a little more paranoid at night and stuff like that. You know, when this car hit me, now it's just like, I'm just paranoid. I'm driving. I almost have that feeling like I got when I first got on the truck, where I need to overthink things, and, you know, I'm just a little more, nothing wrong with being cautious, but I just think I'm being overly cautious, you know, checking the mirrors maybe a little too long, you know, just stuff like that. So I don't know, hopefully get this truck in the shop, get a chance to reset mentally, and I get back here and be running and gunning like normal. I did go through some of my comments, so I was glad to get back on them comments, but I do want to do a video answering some comments just because some of those were actually video worthy. And I'm going to be doing a video about, you know, I already did a video about the bad trainers. I'm going to do a video about bad students, because I've certainly seen and heard of certain situations as far as that goes, and a video on questions I would ask a trainer now. You know, I did a video, some of you guys caught it, but I sounded a little hypocritical in that video where I was saying be professional and ask, you know, interview the person that's trying to be your trainer. Obviously I didn't do that interview myself if I had issues with my first trainer, and that's the problem. You know, I was so happy to get out of PSD training and get on with a trainer that I didn't, well, first of all, at the time I didn't know about asking a trainer, but still, I certainly could have asked more questions than I did about things. So I was kind of hypocritical in that sense, that I let my emotions and happiness about getting out on the road and TNT training take over the sensibility I should have had going into this, and that was asking questions and making sure everything was we're on the same page. So anyway, I do want to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I'm about to get back here and try to take a break while I think they're unloading my trailer, but I can't tell because I'm unhooked from it, and I'm all the way unhooked. A little trick I learned actually from my first trainer, about one of the only few things he really taught me that was worth anything, is at some of these Walmarts they're going to ask you to disconnect from your trailer. I pulled out all the way just because I was trying to go get a little bit of sleep, because I think these guys might take a little while. But if you just pull out just enough to where your skid plate on your fifth wheel, or your fifth wheel skid plate, is still kind of touching the trailer, you'll be able to feel whether the trailer's getting loaded or unloaded. So I didn't want that this time because I wanted to actually try to get some nap action in. So that's why I did that. Anyway, try to stay coronavirus free out there. I don't think they're unloading me. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.